One of Franklin's newest developments is getting recognition for being considered the best new development according to readers of Greater Nashville House and Homes. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about all things Southbrooke and what you need to know about this new community. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin Martin and I am a local Nashville real estate agent and founder of the Caitlin Martin team powered by Weikert Realtors, the Andrews Group. I specialize in working with savvy sellers who want to sell right and sell smart, as well as working with out-of-staters looking to relocate to the Middle Tennessee area. Now, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, thank you so much. Please feel free to click subscribe down below so that you are notified anytime I release new video content. So in today's video, we are talking about Southbrooke. So we are going to take a look at a map so you get a better orientation of where Southbrooke is. It is in South Franklin. It's a newer community, but there's a couple of things to know about Southbrooke. So when you say Southbrooke, we're first going to be taking a look at the villages of Southbrooke, which in and of itself is a 205 home community that sits on 75 acres. And you're going to have a new phase that comes that's going to be the Meadows at Southbrooke. And then on top of that, there's a future development currently in the works called Southvale. And they're all right near one another. So let's take a look at a map so you can get a better orientation. And then we'll continue talking about what you need to know about Southbrooke and the future developments.
This is going to be where Southbrooke is located. Obviously, this Google Earth image is a little bit outdated because the community does not look like that. It is far more built out. But as we zoom out to give you an idea of where this is located, so this is going to be the Goosecreek Bypass exit off of Interstate 65. So things like Cool Springs is going to be to the north of this. It's further up 65. This is going to be further south in Franklin, again off Goosecreek Bypass, and then this road that runs here along Southbrooke, that's called Lewisburg Pike. So a couple of things to note here about Southbrooke. So you do have this community here. You do have farmland to the south side of Southbrooke. And then as you can see, if we zoom out just a little bit, there's actually this community that wraps back around here. This is actually the Stream Valley neighborhood. So just wanted to give you an idea of where Southbrooke is, and I will show you the site map of the developments that are coming. But that's where Southbrooke is. And then on the other side of Lewisburg Pike, all of this farmland over here, that's what's being developed into the future development of Southvale. We are first looking here at the villages of Southbrooke. So as you can see, this dotted rectangle, that's where Lewisburg Pike is located. And as you can see down here towards the bottom of the photo, you can see this Southbrooke Boulevard, which is the entrance into the neighborhood. Obviously down here you can see a little amenities area, but the one thing to know, so Southbrooke, because it consists of the villages and the meadows, all together you're looking at about 205 home sites. Within the villages of Southbrooke, you're looking at specifically 123. This is going to consist of condos and townhomes, and then you also have village and manor homes, which is just another way of saying single family homes. As you can see on this map, you'll notice the lots generally are just going to be smaller. You've got a couple ones that are larger in size, but you can also notice here is that with these home sites, you can notice some back alleys. So that's something to keep in mind. With Southbrooke, they really wanted to pay homage to just Southern true architecture style. And so with that, if you've seen anything about the West Haven community, you know that a lot of times the homes are going to be closer together and you're going to have the garage in the back. It's going to be very similar here in Southbrooke. That's what you're predominantly going to find. There's a few options where the garage is in the front, allowing you to have a backyard. So think about these bigger lots that run along the backside of the community. However, one thing to keep in mind is a lot of these homes are going to be serviced by an alleyway with the garage in the back, which means you are going to have a smaller side yard versus having a larger backyard. So you can see here that this is the Villages of Southbrooke. Then this shows you down here the Sugar Hill Historic Property. Now we're taking a look at the Meadows of Southbrooke site plan. So this is one that is in the future development. So this is actually going to consist of about 82 home sites. So as you can see, again, going to be very similar in terms of these 82 home sites. You'll notice that a lot of times, obviously, the lot size is going to be a little bit smaller. But again, it offers a more low maintenance lifestyle. You do have a couple of these lots which do offer, backing to trees, having the opportunity for a backyard. But again, this is just something to keep in mind as you're taking a look at it. So it can be kind of hard to figure out where in relation everything is when you're taking a look, but this is an excellent site map right here. So again, this Highway 431, that is Lewisburg Pike. You can see that the Meadows of Southbrooke, this coming soon phase, you can see up here that is going to be north of where the current phase of Villages of Southbrooke is. That is going to be right here where I'm circling with the mouse. You can see right here, this is Stream Valley. It's the neighborhood that wraps around where the Villages of Southbrooke are currently. So you will have on the northern side, that's where you're going to find the Meadows at Southbrooke. And again, that's going to be moving north on Lewisburg Pike towards the Goosecreek Bypass. And then, like I mentioned before, on the other side of Lewisburg Pike, that is where this Southvale development is coming. Currently, it's under construction. They're getting the land prepped and ready to build, but we'll be talking about Southvale as well. But hopefully this map gives you a great idea of just where the orientation of everything is.
So when it comes to Southbrooke, I pointed out on the map when we were looking at the Villages of Southbrooke that there are going to be amenities in the neighborhood. They're actually already well underway, near completion with them. So at the Villages of Southbrooke, you're gonna have a pool and cabana, which is nearly completed, if not completed by the time of the filming of this video. Then you also have a full tennis court, 2 pickleball courts, a half basketball court, along with walking and biking trails. So that's going to be the Villages of Southbrooke. Like I mentioned before, you're going to find there's going to be a lot of really classic Southern architecture. In fact, the Villages of Southbrooke is being built by Ford Classic Homes, which Ford is actually known for their work also being built in the West Haven community, and then also Insignia Homes. So both of those are building within the community, but it really has that style, that architecture that speaks to that real traditional Southern style. And again, most homes are gonna have the garage in the back, so you're gonna have access via an alleyway, a smaller side yard, but again, that can be great if you're looking for a low maintenance option. Now, because of where all of this is located, like I said, just down Lewisburg Pike, up from Goosecreek Bypass, you are gonna have really close proximity to all that Berry Farms has to offer. You are maybe 5 minutes from Berry Farms, where there's a Publix, you've got shopping, restaurants, workout studios. You have all of that right there in the Berry Farms community. Also, Lewisburg Pike, if you continue to take it north, will take you up into downtown Franklin. You're gonna be about 12 to 15 minutes from the Cool Springs area as well. So again, great close proximity. One of the nice things about South Franklin is the fact that you have so much beauty around you. In Southern Franklin, you're really gonna find that you've got a lot of rolling hills around you, which just adds to the beauty and the nature all around. So it is a great opportunity if you're looking for new construction, low maintenance. If you're wondering about the homes within the Villages of Southbrooke community, so the townhomes or the condos are really gonna range around that 2,600 square feet. Really, you're looking at like about 3 beds, around 2,600 square feet for the condo townhome option. And that's going to run you in the high 7s to low 800,000. But then if you're looking at single family homes, you're really gonna be starting around that 1.1 3 price point. Now there are 2 new construction opportunities coming that actually do have a backyard, and those are both sitting in the 1.7 million range. Now we don't have pricing right now in terms of what the Meadows of Southbrooke is or about Southvale. Right now we just have pricing in terms of what is happening within the villages of Southbrooke, because that's the community that's actively selling right now. So actually when you're looking at the square footage of those single family homes, you're really looking at about that 36 to 4,300 square feet. And again, you're really looking at 4 to 5 bedrooms, just depending on the layout of the home. So when it comes to the villages of Southbrooke, there are still homes on the market. Even though you're looking at new construction, it's not an opportunity to be able to pick your selections. They are still operating from a place of the designer of these builders is going ahead making the selections, and they're going ahead and building what they consider them to be spec homes. So the option to customize is not really there, but again, you do get the benefit of a brand new construction home. Now, if you're curious about the schools that it's zoned for Oakview Elementary, Legacy Middle School, and Independence High School. So that's going to encompass all there is in terms of the villages of Southbrooke, at least for the moment. Again, you also have the Meadows of Southbrooke that are coming, and then of course Southvale. So I know we haven't really touched on Southvale, so let's do that before we wrap up this video. So like I said, Southvale, it's going to be on the opposite side of the street from where Meadows of Southbrooke and Villages of Southbrooke are. And that community is really going to add about 500 units between townhomes, single family homes, and condos. It's about a total of 245 acres total that they're going to be building on. On top of that, Southvale is going to be offering a lot of large scale amenities that it's not going to be limited to just Southvale. It'll be Southvale, Meadows of Southbrooke, and Villages of Southbrooke that all have access to it. It actually includes a 142 acre nature park with biking and hiking trails that are going to be exclusively for the members of Southvale and Southbrooke. So I hope this was helpful in giving you an idea of a new community that's in development, plus what is planned to expand on that community. Again, currently you have the opportunity to purchase in the Villages of Southbrooke. The Meadows at Southbrooke will be coming, and of course, like I said, they're already working on the development of Southvale, but once it's all completed, it's going to be a larger community. Obviously, you're going to be sitting right there around between Southvale and the 2 Southbrooke communities. It's going to be about an additional 700 plus homes and just property opportunities. And so if you are thinking about making a move, if you're interested in learning more about Southbrooke or Southvale, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All of my contact information is below. If you're ready to start that conversation, you can click the link down below and go ahead and book a Zoom discovery call with me, where we can chat about what it is you're looking for and see if we're a great fit to work together. But if you're not quite ready for that just yet, that is okay too. I will have more video content coming out, and I do have my free Nashville relocation guide down below that you can click and download. Again, my name is Caitlin Martin. I'll see you next time.